All right, folks, a very good day to each and every one of you. We are joining you from the mining town. Some folks say it's the best town. What do you guys say? A very good day to each and every one of you folks. Pace and power. The sun is up where we are. It's bright and sunny outside. How are things going where you folks are joining us from today? We want to hear from you. It's Friday. You got to talk with us now. Talk back to us and talk to us nicer. Talk to us nicely, please, and thank you. Talk to us nicely. We're in the mining town, folks. You gotta treat us kindly. You gotta treat us kindly. You're telling us at this end it's 28 degrees outside, a 90% chance it's going to rain, a 19% chance it's going to rain. 28 degrees outside, they're saying it feels like it feels like 33. That's what the folks telling us. That's what the folks are saying. 28 degrees outside, feeling like 33. It's feeling like 33. Great to have you folks here with us. And we want to hear from you. I've already done too much talking already. I've already done much too much talking. Send us those voice notes of your concerns. It's Friday, folks. It's Friday, 16th day of June already. Some one of my friends celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday if it's you. I can't seem to remember, but send us a voice note. Happy birthday in advance. If it's any one of you good folks, number of things happening where we are. The folks is in them boys coming. This place cross. We'll show you some things just saying, I wonder if it's true. You may concur with us. How are things where you guys are joining us from today? And where you guys are joining us from today, do let us know. Do let us know. Great to have each and every one of you with us, with we. Thomasina Ben, I see you there, Thomasina, and Eileen Griffith, Norton Innes, Ayabu Natasha Congreve joining us from the Europe side. Vanessa Andrews is here. I had a childhood friend named Vanessa Andrews. Used to like the girl bad. Vanessa Andrews is joining us. Diane Mitchell. Folks, want to say happy birthday to Diane Mitchell, who's celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Diane. I hope it's everything you expected it to be and more. Praise God. As the Trinidad didn't say, please God. All you expect it to be, Diane, and more. Happy birthday, Diane. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Diane. Sabrina Blue, we see you. Sabrina Blue. Tessa Isaacs Gravesandi is joining us from sunny Florida. 98 degrees outside. My. Happy for you, Tessa. Happy for you. 98 degrees out. I've never been to Florida. I've been at the airport in Florida. I've been in transit at the airport. Wasn't long enough for them to let me out of the cage, but I'm happy nonetheless. I saw that door watching me, and I had many thoughts. I saw that open door watching me, and little voice inside says, "The country going back there. Make your heights, make your heights, make your heights." Joan Murray with you as well, and Dan Graves Andy. Dan said, "No nonsense tongue, Linda," and Dan is joining us from Linda and Dan. I'm close to where you are. Dan, I got the thing. Thanks for the thing, Dan. Thanks for the thing. I got the thing from Richie. Thanks for the thing. Wink, wink. I I got the thing, Diane. Thank you so much. Folks like Diane help us to keep going, you know. And we're so grateful, we're humble, you know. The Dr. Stephen Covey says to touch the heart of another human being is to walk on sacred ground. Diane touches our heart ever so often. Thank you so much, Diane. I don't think we said enough. Thank you so much. Use the fuel and the engine, use the button we bread, the stamp and the letter. Couldn't do it without you. Couldn't do it without you. Glenford Gordon and John Murray are here with us. Eileen watching us from New York. Amanda Moses joining us from Vrijdslas on the east coast of Damara. Good to have you. Ian Thorm is here and Vanessa De Silva. I never met a Vanessa I didn't like. Now come to think of it. Good to have you. Is it Dilaros Biran? Good to have you here as well. And Tessa Noel Faye Nicholson. Good to have you. I never met a Nicholson who didn't fit in proper. Alexis Williams joining us as well. Alexis says, good afternoon, Sherrod and viewers. So all of you got included as well. Don't feel no way. You all are included as well. And Christopher Wilson joining us from Trinidad and Tobago. Christopher, how are you doing now? Good to have you, Christopher. How are things there? See, you got local government. You intend to vote, Christopher? Local government elections coming up in Trinidad mid-August. Chris, what's the temperature on the ground there? Terence Beaton has joined us. Ian Thorm has joined us as well. Ingrid Carter, Martha Morris, Mark Goring is here too. Mark is here too. This is the Region 10 Vice Chair. You're on the live as well. Right? And Mark has some comments today. Mark says, we are the regular trolls under the show. Y'all go and condemn y'all monster minister. He's sick my stomach. Yep. I was telling the folks about some of that this morning. You know, how these kids are being preyed upon. You know, how these young kids being preyed upon, taken advantage of, when we should be protecting them and so on. Yep. Songwriter said, we're taking advantage of the underprivileged. Isn't that Maxi Priest? Too long we living in bondage. Now got my singers right. Sick my stomach too, Mr. Vice Chair. Sick my stomach as well. Congrats as well to the Region 10. Lyndon, Vice Chair, all the hard work here, myself and team putting at Kokwani. A lot of hard work. And know that they're going to keep on the ground and working even harder. So privileged to have them afford me the privilege to use some of the facilities last evening to broadcast. Humble, truly humble. So take a bow, Mark, take a bow, Darren, take a bow. Incoming Mayor, His Worship. Take a bow, Mr. Sharma Solomon. Maxine Tanner says, Dildo man, same fella. Wicked. Folks, I've already been talking too much. I know you guys have been texting a lot, but I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, let me see if this workaround we have for today's show works. Let me pull down this audio on this side so you can benefit in a maximum way from the voice notes. Pull this down as far as possible. Got it faintly in the background, and let's see if we can make this work as we're not in the studios today.
Good afternoon, MP Duncan. Good afternoon, viewers and listeners. This is the Bantu King. I just have a quick question. Could you shed any light on the allegations on Minister Dharamlal? Thank you.
Yeah. You're preempting the discussion because that's what we're talking about. You know, and there've been several allegations, several of them of the same nature. You know, and it seems to be the more horrible of a character you are, you're welcome in the PPP. The more horrible of a character you are, the more welcome you are in the PPP. Guys, let me know if you heard that. I hope it's not. I hope it's not. What do you call it? I hope it's not feeding back in any way. Hope you don't have any feedback there in any way. Ayabo Natasha Congraves. Ayabo has made a sizable donation there to a broadcast on YouTube. You know, when we're live on YouTube, there's a $sign. And if you click on that, you guys can make contributions to our program. It's how we keep going. How we keep going. Good folks. Thank you so much, Ayabo. Thank you so much. Means a lot to us. Means a lot. Yep, the folks said they heard it loud and clear. Good, 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 good. Good, good. So we have heard those allegations as well. We have heard those allegations, and folks, my lord, my lord, my lord.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sharon, and all the other viewers on this live. Indeed, listening to that letter being read about from that young lady, it created a real, it was a dagger in my heart, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of other persons who heard. I have three daughters. They're all big young women now. And trust me, Sherrod, anything like that, any individual like him, I probably would have now be coming out of jail. But that being said, I feel that all these pageants which are being held, I don't know what they add to the lives of young women. And remind you, I don't have anything against that kind of activity. But I feel there should be more emphasis placed on strengthening these young women, especially the indigenous people who we know can be very vulnerable, and there are predators out there who prey on them. And that is what should be addressed. There are just, these men are beasts. How can you do that to a young woman? I felt really hurt, really upset after a while. Like I stopped thinking of what she went through and what she's going through now. We don't even know where she is at this moment, what is going, how traumatized she is. Something has to be done. Something has to be done. He needs to be taken out. I said it. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Yep, yep. Strong allegations, and I'm sure my sister meant take it out of government because they ain't gonna accuse us here of promoting violence. I'm certain she meant take it out of government. Which she should. Which she should. Which she should. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, a lot of strong emotions. And this is, again, a number of these very serious allegations have been made. Nobody ever says to pull back and, investigate the veracity. And he's clearly a distraction at this point. Clearly.
Hey, good afternoon, Sharad. I was trying to analyze the last elections that we have in Guyana, and there's a few things that came to mind. The PPP used just psychology in affecting the minds of a few people. And I tell you how. They overwhelmed each community that I went to with the rent-a-crowd crew. They overwhelmed that community with flags, posters, flyers. They did that in Corriverton, New Amsterdam, and Georgetown. And those weak minds that were there within those communities decided to say, well, look, by PPP doing well, we might as well join them. But all of what they were doing is nothing more than psychological manipulation. While APNU was fighting on issues, the PPP was using pure psychology to gain those votes. the PPP brought nothing to town during this last campaign.
Yep. You heard our brother William there, folks. Good analysis, William. Good analysis. You heard that. You heard that, folks. And Christopher's joining us out of Trinidad, folks. I didn't tell you all we international. Our brother Christopher joining us out of Trinidad. Haven't heard his voice in a little while, and great to have him today. Christopher, take it away.
Hey, good to share Duncan. This is Chris from Trinidad and Tobago. Local government
Shoot.
election is squaring up good, man. Right now, they are screening potential candidates for August election. Also, the election commission and boundaries department normally updating the voter list to make sure everyone is on the voter list and in the respective locations. Everything is going good so far. We don't have no problem with voter list. We would have to update it also to normally update it to make sure everyone is intact. So we don't have an issue with Guyana where the government don't want to update the voter list or restructure it. I think the last local government election was good. The AP and you were able to claim back those three main financial hub and also regions that businesses normally take part where billions of dollars normally pump through that the PPP won but could not get. However, what APNU needs to do is start now sourcing funds through donation from locals and the diaspora to fix those communities and also the one that PPP gain in Georgetown because they would not get no sort of subvention from the government. So they got to start fixing up those communities to prove to the nation in Guyana that, hey, we not getting help from the government and we will find all option and avenue to assist you all in whatever way. And that would be good. So the nation would be now fully educated and informed that basically the government not really helping as much to upgrade those communities. So this is what APNU has to do.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christopher, for that intervention and also letting us know what's going down there in Trinidad and Tobago. Folks, Trinidad and Tobago held ahead to the local government polls mid-August. Thank you so much, Christopher, and it's so good to hear from you after a little while. So good to hear from you. All right, the voice of reason, folks. The voice of reason joining us now. Marlon. You know, we love to hear from Marlon. Yeah, the mic is yours, Marlon. Take it.
Good afternoon, Sherrod. How
Greetings.
you doing? I noticed you
Trying,
like a
trying.
character we have here in Barbados called Punka. You're all over the place. Having said that, though, I'm
I
I
feel
was saying
attacked.
to you just now that I listened to a recording from members of the sitting government, and the guy highlighted some things, some factors that are similar to that of the coalition. The first one is one that I too asked those crossovers if they thought that members of the party would trust them. So the guy was talking about trust, and he was saying he was not happy, or I should say, members of the PPP were not happy that they crossed the floor and did not earn a place of trust. So that was one of the things he highlighted. The other thing that he highlighted was about placements. He was not very happy with the fact that persons became members of the party, and I think he referring to those crossovers, and they were given some levels of responsibility, whereas persons were there for a long time and had worked and contributed and were mistreated. Then he spoke about providing basic needs. I think Barry was referring to employment, etc. So we too have problems with that, providing the basic needs. As I said this morning somewhere else, I think we have to work harder. We may not have the money, but at least if we can point them in the right direction, perhaps even train them for particular positions, etc., it may be a plus for the opposition. Now, the last one, which is very important that he spoke about, was hemorrhaging. Persons leaving the party. We also have persons leaving APNU. The point is, if we do not get ourselves together, we cannot stop that hemorrhaging. And when I say get ourselves together, I'm not necessarily speaking about tangible things. I'm speaking also about support.
All right, all of that coming through, folks. We can't take any calls now. Apologies there.
Etc. Right? So the point I'm trying to make is that both sides seem to be experiencing the problems, but I'm not so interested in their problems. I'm just pinpointing the similarities. We of the coalition need to reach across the aisle, extend our olive branch, and accept the fact that persons may have the same goal but different approaches. Now, the prize at the moment is getting the PPP out of government. Therefore, it's not wise for us to, put up barriers and stuff like that. We have to keep the momentum, and we have to all understand that we have the same goal. So we have to be more open to ideas of different persons, right? The second thing I want to talk about quickly is that allegation online about that demon who was responsible for you being suspended because of your defense for a female parliamentarian. I think that members of the opposition, especially those persons who are shadow ministers for things like education, legal affairs, or whatever, I think they need to speak up, right? I don't know how you guys are going to go around it, but you need to go around it. By now, which is the third thing, those figures that we get in, we should be thinking about legal action, right? And that is about the elections.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else because this was a bit long-winded.
It wasn't long-winded at all. We benefited tremendously. Hold one sec. We benefited tremendously. Let me take off the notifications on this so we don't hear all this ringing and so on. Marlon is never long-winded. Never long-winded. All right, so we took the audio off of that. Yeah.
One thing more, Sharon, those people and the statements, the press conferences that were made before. Chris was talking about a plan that was unfoiled that has to do with snap elections, which would have been on the 18th of December. I read that. I read it very carefully, but I wasn't saying anything. I was waiting for somebody else to say something. That in itself tells us that we cannot trust the sitting government and we cannot lapse with the sitting government. You see, now that they haven't gotten through, they're going to call elections either early next year, this is just my projection, early next year, not early, sorry, late next year, or early in 2025. And we need to be ready for that. I'm going to say to Guyanese that snap elections work for Barbados. And if we as members of the opposition or supporters of the opposition don't get our acts together, it will work against us. We need to keep that momentum, Sharon.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, folks, there you have it. Marlon always, never long winded. Marlon always comes through with some very, very salient points. Always coming through some very salient points. Folks, I beg of you, we cannot take any phone calls. It doesn't lend to efficiency at our end doing this kind of program at all. Send us a voice note, a VN, and we try to play all of them before the end of the program. That way, we find to be vastly more efficient. So help us on that front, please and thank you. Help us on that front. I beg of you. Help us on that front.
Yeah, good day, Sharon and viewers.
Greetings. Greetings.
Sharon, I got something just came over me as I'm here listening to the program. And here what this thing showing me. I don't know if it's true or not. But this thing showing me if we take a proper look or investigation into the Mahdia Five with all them dorm girls and all too. You never know if these ministers, the same Lal and others, had but half a majority of the girls them that died in the fire there. You never know if they were sexually molested by these ministers, and all these girls wanted to either come out and talk, and boom, as soon as they hear that, they do something like that. And they had the fire. Now you see, you got this girl now standing here now by herself, and if many others could come out and talk against this, it would be better. But man, Guyana is a mess. Come on, Guyanese. Truth from the truth. Yeah, so yeah, that came over me. That came over
Yep,
me.
yep.
So that's my take for today.
Yeah, we hear you, my brother. We hear you. Nothing's impossible. Why your finale can't call the COI yet? Why you can't put the COI together as yet? 20 young people are dead. 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 Why we can't put the COI together as yet? That's very, very sad. Very, very sad. Right? Very, very sad. The folks who are joining us from Grenada, thank you so much. I see your comment you sent in. Right? You see your comment? Lady asking us all the way from Grenada, when is GCOM going to come out and say something officially about this election? This is madness. This can't be good electoral governance at all. Electoral governance by press statements and everybody else. This can't be it. This can't be it. A whole government and one man alone talking. I feel you on that, my sister. Right? I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I feel that. Kizzy, I see you there. We see you there, Kizzy. And all the other folks. You have the number, guys. We can't take any calls now. Apologies. We can't take any calls now. We apologize, but we want to be as efficient as we can. Send us the voice note. We play them quickly, swiftly. Send us those voice notes. Suzanne, we see you comment there. We'll talk to you a little later on. Please, God. Doing it. Thanks for touching base with us. All right. All right, folks, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from y'all. I'm done talking too much already. Done talking too much.
Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love.
All the time.
Brother, blessed love, Guyana. I just want to say one thing. No matter what nobody saying, you see, if you're in finding the weak spot, you're going to pelt in all kind of blows. The enemy will stand up and laugh in your got to find a weak spot. Here is this point you have to start with. I'm waiting and digest with enough people. But you start with my brothers and sisters. If we want this thing to stop, be careful who we put in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever we put in the mouth, we become. That's all I got to say for now. And then you can see somebody can start answering question and asking question. Because it all starts from there. We have been drugged, my brother. We have been drugged. We have been drugged. Is all I say for now.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much. We've been drugged. Right? I think they're trying to traffic us. If you ask me, same thing. Both all two, they're trying to traffic us. But we're not having it.
Mr. Duncan, good afternoon.
Greetings.
Good afternoon again. Mr. Duncan, what are these people doing about this election? Up to now, we can't get the results of this election. That is one. And Mr. Duncan, that allegation that made against the minister about that young school girl, where that going under the carpet, they need to investigate. They need to investigate. And we need to get our results about our election. Hope to see you on the march tomorrow from Ansgrove to Pleasance.
All right. All right. All right. Yep. 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 Folks, if that was something that was said about me, I'd have done the Chronicle front page. Newsroom done bust big article. Mm, with our suspecty. This, the. If it was me, they had to prove nothing. Once there was an accusation that was made, that's why in this business you got to operate circumspectly. You got to operate circumspectly. If you then when your name can get called. That is why I said what my brother is speaking to early on about what may have happened at the dorm. Anything is plausible because they are preying on the most vulnerable among us, right? Preying on the most vulnerable among us. And they see our indigenous brothers and sisters at every level as easy pickings. They see them as easy pickings. Right? The problem we got in this country is not a race problem. Right? It's good over evil, wickedness, and darkness over light. That's the problem. They're sick. They're sick. Right? You're a big person. You are a big person. Now, only somebody who I figure don't want to be committed. You're still trying to think you're young. You're what, 48, 49, according to what the missive said. You trying with some 16-year-old. You matter what. You matter what. Right? You see, some of the most flimsiest thing they're looking for to write articles over. I pointed out one of them this morning. Right? Apno don't want to accept defeat or a beating in Georgetown. Some nonsense of that. Nothing of this sort, not even close. Now, here's things that y'all should be pursuing. Pursue the truth. You're journalists, pursue the truth wherever it leads, even if it's still fact check and say this thing was not true. But you got to pursue it. The truth about it is that it's not true, even if it's to pursue it to that logical conclusion. But not even that. You know why? Everybody looking for bread. Right? And you cannot rebuke what you're sleeping with. And some of them in bed with the government. So what my brother says there has veracity. When are we going to call this? When are we going to put together the CY? 20 of our young people lost their lives in that most horrific fire under the PPP watch. Weeks later, and he disappeared. I think he must be sick. Well, we know he's sick in his head. Where is he? No explanation. You got this bald head jackabat, the soul man, usurping the function of GCOM, usurping, this is madness. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Absolute madness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan. Keep up the good work. Good journalism. Your program, although your program is a political affiliated program with a certain political party, you give us more information, especially credible information that is concerning both sides of the two major political party more than newsroom, because newsroom only giving us one side of the story. But Mr. Duncan, thank you, and keep up the good work. Now this allegation with Dildo, man, when it disrespect Natasha Singh in the House of Assembly, we are not a word from the veteran parliamentarian Gail Teixeira. She shut her mouth. Priya Manichan, Minister of Education, who's supposed to be defending women who have been abused and all of these things. Not a word. Then the other day when he sent this thing with the next lady in America until like that, they don't say nothing because to them, as the Rajas, they men say nothing because that is the PPP, a lawless party, no moral. Concerning the local government election and all these promises Jack Yoda come in and tell us. If Jack Yoda were interested in Georgetown, they would not reduce the amount of money in the budget that's supposed to go to Georgetown to build the town. Granger leave a clean town. How the town becomes so dirty now? It is because they're holding back the money from in the budget. They're too wicked, stink, and dirty. But Guyanese and blind Guyanese are seeing. Why you don't want to raise the public servant money? Granger moving from 30,000 to 75,000 and think. Jack Yoke that come and making a set of nice because when Granger came in, Granger said, listen, this country for 23 years is sheer corruption. First thing I want to do, I'm going to raise my minister their money. He raised it one time and leave it like that. Jack Yoke said, oh, you raise it. He ain't supposed to raise it and think. And after then, Granger raised every year. But he never raised for the ministers or up high. He only raised for the lower class salary. Since Jack Yoke go in, it's 2 times. One time they give a 7, one time they give a 8. Them raise too from top to bottom. You see the hypocrisy? This is what guys need to understand. Now they get police as soldier cleaning drain instead of giving the money to city council. It's only a wicked government will do something like that. It's only a heartless set of people will do something like that. The money is not their money. The money is our public servant money. But still you're taking soldier for a clean drain and then you come at the end of the year, but you're giving them 1 month free bonus. Why you don't divide the 1 month pay in 12? But no, they don't want the soldiers and the police to get a proper retirement package and telling them about you interested in Georgetown, you interested in Linden. All this time, where were you 23 and 20 plus 23 plus 3 years? Come on.
My brother, you hit the nail on the head and the head on the nail. You hit it there. And I'm happy you brought back that issue with minister salary. Because I would have you know that all the talk they talk about how that salary was big and this and that, they reduced it since they come back in. Right? As a matter of fact, they have increased it because, as you rightfully said, our brother there joins us from the islands. As you rightfully said, right? They put on 2 increases or 1 since that time, since they've come in. A small increase, but it's an increase nonetheless. That small increase on a minister's salary is a huge increase. You see, 10% on $10 and 10% on $100,000 is 2 different 10%. You understand? So they have increased their own salaries out of government. They fight down, 50% and this and that, and they didn't care about the people. But public servant salaries were raised every year, as you rightfully said. They come in on the same salary they were balking over, then reduce it back. They did not reduce it back. I will have you know, just thought I'd stick that in there. Just thought I would stick that bit in there. Yep, because that's the facts. That's the facts. That is the facts. And unfortunately, facts are stubborn things. Unfortunately.
Hi, Sherry Duncan. It's Mark here.
Hi, Mark. Greetings.
I'm not so sure if we analyzing these numbers in the local government election correctly. The reason why I say so is in 2018, APNU ASP went into the local government election as a coalition, but this time it is essentially APNU alone or APNU standalone. As a result, I'm tempted to believe that we cannot really compare numbers when APNU AFC went into the election in 2018 to numbers when APNU standalone. So Jagdio's argument that he's gained votes from APNU AFC may just be the case that these numbers have changed simply because AFC supporters stood away from the election or essentially boycotted the election, just like their party, for justifiable reasons. So that was just the concern I had, that we may be analyzing apples with oranges and maybe coming to the wrong conclusion. In any event, this was a very, very good election for APNU. Was a very good election in the sense that despite all the difficulties they've had and all the challenges that they've had, they've been able to pull certain stops. For example, they've been able to keep Georgetown despite the tremendous investment by PPP. They've been able to keep New Amsterdam despite the tremendous investment by PPP. They've been able to keep Linden. Oh my gosh. Linden was a complete wipe out for APNU AFC, for APNU. And I think the momentum that APNU has now gained should try to maintain this momentum, because it is quite obvious that the supporters are there. They're essentially diehard supporters. They will stay along with APNU AFC regardless of what. So we should try to maintain this momentum. And whenever PPP decide or get the courage to call an election, we must go there and just completely crush them and let them know that 2020, because the reality is this local government election was a referendum on the 2020 election. This local government election was a referendum on Mecca. This local government election was a referendum on Linden and the destruction. This local government election was a referendum on success, how they flooded success. This local government election was a referendum on wisdom. This local government election was a referendum on extrajudicial killing, the killing of innocent black men. Boston, for example, was murdered in his bed. So this local government election for many people was much more than a local government election. This local government election was essentially a battle of life versus death. And I'm so pleased that APNU AFC, really very, very pleased for the performance of APNU. I'm quite sure in the general elections, APNU AFC will completely whitewash PPP.
All right. Thank you for that analysis. Thank you so much. Very unique perspective. Thank you so much for that analysis.
Sherrod, good afternoon.
Greetings.
What is really going on with the election? First, we was made to understand that we won Linden, Burbis, and Georgetown. This morning on Mark program, I heard that Pleasance won after the recount. Can you shed a light on it?
I don't have that information as yet, and I don't want to give myself the liberty on Plaisance um, where that's concerned. But I'm going to try to get it for you and let you guys know on that bit. I know that the one day they called for constituency 6 because I got a call on that from credible sources this morning that that election was concluded. Remember that called there was a tight election with constituency 6 in Georgetown, and they had called for a recount on that. I heard that APNU picked up even more votes after the recount. So that's how that one went. I did pull in uh Chanel Junior podcast yesterday on that, and we got some feedback later on, and it says that we even picked up more votes this time around during that recount. Right, the one recount. Well, that was the outcome.
Yeah, sure. This is Chris out of Trinidad. This is my last point.
Go ahead,
One
Chris.
thing I've observed, I listened to some of Jagdio press conference in terms of the development for the interlands. But the point is that the nation did not see a proper strategic manifesto in terms of how he would develop the interlands, in terms of 3D infrastructural holistic plan, in terms of developing the interlands. He talk about he know the evidence and he have information how to develop Madia, Mabaluma, etc. But the nation hasn't seen that. So this is one of the challenge. Two, he spoke about APNU did not make much votes compared to them in those other constituency. But that's a lie because the local government election did not have a large turnout, so it cannot be so competitive as what he was talking about. As opposed to Narayan, what I like about the Georgetown mayor as a young fellow, he has vision and foresight. I have seen his infrastructural 3D development plan for the Bornham basketball court, also for the entire Georgetown city, or it would be modernized. So this is the thing I'm looking at. The PPP want to win Guyanese art, but Guyanese has to be educated and know that do not take bribe and look at how government normally market the product and if it is applicable. Because you don't have no infrastructural plan developed on a holistic level, or you could modernize the entire country that would basically put it at advanced economy stage, just talking. That don't buy people so. So the nation has to be educated in terms of looking at the manifesto and also what is the vision of the parties. APN, you had a well-structured manifesto also. They have a good marketing brand. It's just that they have to push more. So this is the point what I'm looking at. So the nation need to be very cognizant, equipped, and don't be fooled by just taking bribe or just listening to words. What you have to develop the country? What is the plan? What is the objective? Do you have it? You have the blueprint? So all of these things the nation have to look at. If you don't have no blueprint, or you win an election, you can't win an election. I don't have no blueprint in terms of infrastructural development and all these different plan laid out. Look, recently I did a whole video in terms of the whole restructure of the education system in Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. And surprisingly, that Trinidad responded to me, become a qualified and trained teacher. Guyana has not responded at all in terms of how they could restructure the whole education system. So that's why I have, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Christopher, again, joining us out of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much, Christopher. All right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
All right. That one is not ready yet. Apologies there. Thank you again, Christopher, and all the other folks who've contributed thus far. We got some more to get through. And I value your contributions highly. Highly, highly, highly.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
Greetings.
I just want to say 2 points quick on Guyanese in the whole. 1 point, why this minister get accused allegedly about things before, now get accused of allegedly about things again, and he's not resigning, he's supposed to be out of government or no. And the government need to put all that out there, because there's no way that this man is keep going, doing things and keep being in the government, and the government, people of Guyana should trust this government. No, it should never happen. That is 1. 2, we as Guyanese have to come together. The minute that we come together and vote unanimous for a government and show the government that we come to vote for a particular government and put them in power for 5 years, for let them do we work, and if they can't do it, we come again together and vote out that person. And the minute we start doing that, the government going to start to respect us, because the government believe that we have to work for them. It's not they working for us as Guyanese. And that is one of the big problems.
Correct is right. Correct is right in all counts. Right? You got to come together, vote them out.
Sharon, good afternoon.
Greetings.
Here what is my thinking. Clara Singh, the chairman of GCOM, she needs to pack and leave. I just feel so.
We have agreement. We have agreement. Pack and leave. We have agreement. We got agreement.
Good afternoon, Sharon. Hope all is well. Continue to do the good work.
All is well.
On the ground, you're the only one I see that works really hard, with the exception of the man. So I
We have
continue
others.
to say, guys, why are you so complacent? The very next day after that election, every man should be down at Chicom protesting. Every single day, they shouldn't be down at Chicom, not on Facebook and talking and assuming and everybody have their opinion. Go out there, foot on the ground, be in these people's face. This is what these people need. They need challenging. They need challengers. They need challenging. That's what they want. Not just be throw back and be on Facebook and press conference. Press conference, put the press conference right there. Camp out there. Be in the face. This is what these people want. You gotta show them opposition. That's what you guys are, the opposition. So you guys gotta show them opposition. Challenge them. Be in the face. Demand results. The minute you stroll back and let these people do these things, what do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna rig the votes. Keep the fire burning. The fire is cooled down now. What do you think they're gonna do? Out the fire? No. It cooled down. They're gonna start their own now. That's what happens. They're waiting for you guys to calm down. Okay, you guys is just like a pressure cooker. So lots of steam and then the steam go out, that's it. No, you gotta turn up the heat, man. Turn up the heat. They're turning the heat up now. But suddenly everything is tight. Why? Because you guys allow them to do that. You guys not getting up and fight. Yes, a few of you guys is doing it. A few of you guys I see is firecrackers. You're letting go, but you need other people to be with you guys. If not and doing it, somebody else use initiative and go out there and do it. Start it. Do the initiative. Somebody start a group. Go out there. I heard the saying they're going up, but nobody went out. That's what the people could do what they gotta do. You gotta give them the time to do that. You gotta be in these people's face, man. I'm so disappointed that you guys allow them to do this to you guys. You guys allow them. People only could do things if you allow them to do it, and that's what you guys are doing. You're allowing the PPP to trample on us. You guys are allowing them to do so. Because you guys not getting up, so they keep stamping on you guys because you're not getting up. So once you're not gonna get it, they're gonna keep stamping on you guys. You guys gotta, the only way you could get results, you gotta fight for it. ABC company, these countries not gonna give it to you. The CARICOM countries not gonna give it to you. International community not gonna give it to you. You guys gotta fight for it. That's what we black people does. We gotta fight for what we want. Nobody not gonna come and save us in a white picket fence. Nobody not gonna do that for us. We gotta do it for ourselves. As you could see, we are the most hated race in the whole world. We are the most hated race in the whole wide world. So why you think people gonna come and rescue us? Or the international community gonna come and rescue us? The ABCD countries gonna come and rescue us? CARICOM is quiet and silent. No one give a shit about black people but us. We all deserve what we have. I'm so disappointed. No one never go down to GCOM and make a deal, make a big scene. No one. No one never did it. And then, until this day, no one go down there. So the people allowed to do whatever they want to do. Distraction is a good thing. Yeah, no, they didn't do that. You're on Facebook and voicing your opinion. Who this, who that, cutting people throat out, talking against your own people. If you got something personal to say about somebody and it's your personal opinion, keep it personal. Inbox them, talk to them. Not put it on Facebook. All kind of nonsense you guys going on with. It's just I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Anyways, I love you, Sheridan. Keep on doing what you're doing. Bye.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for that. Thank you for the contribution. Right? We gotta hear all the views. All the views. Even sometime when it hurts, we gotta hear all the views.
Good day, Mr. Duncan.
Greetings.
Let's look at it from a Guyanese standpoint. It's not looking good from a Guyana standpoint in terms of a local government election. A small magnitude. This is not the general election. We can't get credible votes. We can't basically. It's like you're trying to mess with the minds of the people in the street and think about it. What happens if this was general election? You understand? And this is things that people should look at Guyanese. All these people have been doing is empty promises. And what happened
is that they wait until election is right around the corner, then they come with some want to be fulfill of promises. And I need Guyanese, I need young people to understand the level and where we're going as a nation. And I want people to understand the politician, or let's just say the opposition, can only do so much. We, as people on the ground, need to be vigilant. We need to be vigilant and observe certain things. Everything. Watch this. The thing that happened to the people in Hillfoot. Watch it disrupt thousands of homes for one man. The president never go at Hillfoot, had a statement, anything, nothing. When you could locate that one man, you basically destroy the homes of many. You do it in Moko. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, where are we going? Is this the vision that you have for your country? Do you want to see us as a nation being divided and separated with all these false news that they're using the different media house to send out?
Yep. Fake news, fake and false, fake and false. Did say, folks, clarity is power.
Hi, Brother Sherrod. Good day. Blessed new day, my brother. Blessed new
Same
day
to you, my
to
brother.
you, and a blessed new day to the listening public. Brother Sherrod, you see all them things we see happening to our indigenous brothers and sisters? Let me tell you, these people is a people that always support the PPP, and they support them from with the love of their heart. And these people never return the kind of love to those indigenous brothers and sisters. They never return it. The things that this issue with the girl, this is not the first, second, or third one. They do a lot of injustice. Although these people that support them, a lot of injustice is being meted out to our brothers and sisters in the indigenous communities by this regime, this evil and wicked regime. I see in the Berbice River, these people install a black man as a teacher with their brother Sharon. As a teacher on the reservation, these people had to take it. When they rebel, they come down on them. They had to take it. And that is why I always the saying, old brother Sharon, that human neglect these people as an indigenous leader. Miss Pearson neglect them. That is why I always feel that our wonderful, our beautiful and humble sister, Jaretta Fernandez, should really look in to that and take up the mantle. Take up the mantle. Let it be her role or her challenge in politics to represent our brothers and sisters of indigenous descent. I feel she should really focus a lot of our attention. Yeah, she got our parliamentary work to do, but focus a lot because those people need help. They need a true representative to them. And I feel with the quality of our sister Jaretta, with the respect that she have, knowing that she just come on the political scene, with among the love and respect she have, I feel she will do well by highlighting the plight of our Amerindian brothers and sisters. I feel she will do well by defending them. Darmlal supposed to end the lockup. He's supposed to end the lockup. He's supposed to face, no matter how much money they run for pay them people, he's supposed to face the brunt of it. The brunt of his lawlessness, because not now we going to answer. But you won't get it from the PPP. Because they're lawless too. Another thing, Brother Sharon, I feel our brother and leader of our political opposition, Brother Compton Norton, need to get his act together This is a serious time. This is not Guyana's land time. This is Guyana would turn into a petro state and all kind of thing. And the big wigs and the donors and all of them looking in and they're looking for quality. And with all due respect and the love that I have for Brother Compton, Arby Compton Norton, he's not showing or possessing those kind of qualities. He earned his position as being a long-standing member of the PPP, and in those days he was a bit militant and all kind of things. So he earned the rights to become the leader. But being the leader now, he's not showing that he has the qualities, and we got to face this. I ain't talking this from with no hate or nothing. I love the brother, but he's not doing this because look the amount of things that happen that we know is good enough that if he stand up and perform the real leadership role that a leader is supposed to perform, we know that it would have been that the PPP would not be so lawless. And I'm saying that Brother Compton, Brother R.B. Norton, if it's a case that you know that you can't handle this leadership role, step aside, brother, step aside. We got people in this wonderful coalition that could handle the. We ain't got Simona brooms no more. We got Mama brooms. And when you see people getting them kind of title, there's to show that they're getting into people's heart. You understand? We got brother Sharma Raheem Solomon. That the evidence is there to show that he lead by example. And we got others inside the coalition. You understand? So if it's a case, my brother, that you know that you can't handle this thing because you're not showing it. Look what's going on with the election now. We ain't hearing nothing from you. We don't want to hear about Jack Dio stay and all them kind of thing on press conference. We want to hear things to move us forward, and you're not doing that, brother. So I tell you with all the love that I have and respect I have for you, if you know you can't handle this thing, step aside. And let me pick up other leaders that are willing to take this fight to this evil and wicked regime. Thank you.
All right, my brother, I hear you there. I hear you there. Thank you for your intervention. I hear you there.
Good afternoon, Sherrod. Sorry to be so late, and to all of you wonderful guys and dolls. My little thing is this thing that is going around with this revelation of this little girl. I think it is time that matters like this must be dealt with condemnedly, because we cannot have our young girls being subjected to this type of sexual abuse at this time in the world when everything is moving ahead and people are being tried and convicted for crime. This is a crime that is against humanity. When you listen to the gruesome tale of that little girl, it is very sad. And I think something like that was trending with the child who they claim, because I understand that another thing has come to the front, which they have tried to duck or hide, is that the child has said she is not responsible for the fire. Now, you see, when something happens and you are in a state of shock, you might say anything, and then everybody pointing your finger. But when you get a chance to sit down and look back, then you realize that them things was being said. The child, I wonder if they had the child with any lawyer, any big person. But I pray that that girl could be freed of those implanted charges, and the right person, the house mother, must be held accountable, because if she was there on site with those children, it would have been a better, she would have been able to save more children, and even the child that concerned her would have been safe. Because when she realized the fire, she could have opened the door, put Sean outside, lose out the padlock, like how she put Sean outside, lock it with the padlock, and let everybody get out to safety. And then the other thing, everything is in the air about the elections. I am glad how it is turned out. And I understand that we may be having snap elections in December. And I want that GCOM tells the voting public what is the rights of their ballots. If they must now make their ballots a public thing of using a cell phone and letting people know who you vote for, just putting the elector or the voter to such scrutiny of the install regime. Sometimes you don't know where that could lead. And I understand. I know there is a thing in GCOM, and seeing that Barrett stood up and said, talk about the money that he poured into local government elections, and he did not win. I know that scrupulous Bartlett will look for a way to recuperate his funds, and I know those people who have voted with their cell phones may suddenly feel the wrath of a pending court action for making the ballots public. And they now will be made to pay great sums to help to replenish his lost bank account. Bye-bye. Sorry about this, Cheryl. You know, the last call, there were much ice past people. Like, she never see you at the protest line. I never see she out there yet. All of them does, they're calling and not talking. People do the best. The few of us who go there, nothing was there at protest. And you know the truth, Sharon. And I think when certain people say certain things, you must object to them and put them in the right place. Because it isn't fair to people like me and you, not none, all of us who took our precious time to go and stand up in front of GCOM to hear that we're not doing. It's best we storm indeed.
I can't with Rhonda. Cannot to that at all, folks. I just want to keep moving it along.
Good afternoon, Sheriff Duncan.
Greetings, my brother.
You guys are doing an excellent job, but please, guys, you got to be more proactive than reactive. You understand? Everybody already know that Jack Dale is a compulsive liar, but there are people out there that are gullible enough to believe whatever he says. You understand? There are gullible people out there that will believe what Jack Dale says, even though they know he's a compulsive liar. You understand? You guys have to continue the hard work, continue doing the groundwork, because, you know, they're not going to give you guys no media coverage or anything. So you guys have to do what you got to do. But if you guys could get a breakdown of what AP and the AFC won and what the PPP won, and a breakdown of everything, so people could see, action always speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. And Jaglio could say whatever he wants to say, but just let the people see, or it may take some time, but let people see a breakdown of what APNU, AFC won, and what the PPP won, and so let people see with their own two eyes. You understand? Because you know Jaglio is going to get on the media, on TV or whatever, and lie and, you know, but you guys are doing an excellent job. You guys just have to continue the momentum and continue doing a good job. You understand? And prepare strategically for 2025 elections. You got to come up with a plan, be more proactive than reactive. Okay? All right. Thank you. Have a good day. God bless. Take care, guys.
All right, we're here. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan and viewers.
Greetings.
What is really going on in Guyana with all these fires? there was a fire at President's College last night, and I haven't heard the minister mention anything thus far. So, Mr. Duncan, do you have any word or any information of what might cause that fire at President's College last night?
All right, great question. Thank you so much. We plunged into our program today and didn't get a chance to update you on just a couple of things. I don't want to delay too much time because I know we got a couple more voice notes we want to play for you guys. But it's Pocatory locally. You got the Ministry of Public Works vehicle that just went overboard at Purika. It's a regular feature here. Eh? Some weird thing gotta happen. Then, as my sister was mentioning, that is the President's College fire. We heard it was a fire that was started in the canteen at President's College. We don't know the origin of that fire. I said, but we're hoping by tonight's broadcast, maybe the fire service has some more information. But it did say the fire was contained to the canteen at President's College, and we don't have more information at that time. And we're hearing also at the Tuition Primary School, there was a child who was attacked by bees and is being as hospitalized currently. Those are some of the things we wanted to touch on during our broadcast, but we plunged right into the voice notes and didn't have a chance to update you guys. But we did have that slated to discuss with you, and those are a couple of the things that are trending at this hour. Yep, let's return to some of those contributions.
Hi, Sharon. Good day.
Greetings.
I'm following up this local government election saga, and I'm listening to Vice President when he said that he made inroads in some areas. Sharon, we all was young men together. And we know sometimes when you're walking on the road and you call a young lady and she smile at you, you feel you're making inroads. Only to find out that the girl ain't want nothing to do with you really. She just give you a smile as a matter of courtesy. And I think Jack, you as a big man is left to know that. Many years ago, I attended TI, Technical Institute. And there was this young lady that I had a crush on. And I would take my lunch money if I go to TI with and share it with her, hoping that I am making some inroads because she would always give me this nice talk. But later on, I found out that that inroads didn't even make no sense because I didn't get anywhere with her. So, Jack, this is a hard lesson for him to learn, but I guess he probably would learn from it by now.
Thanks, John. Some inroads lead to nowhere. Don, I'd love to get an update. Where's that young lady now? I'd love to get an update on that. If fast.
Mr. Duncan, that previous caller raised a very important point. We cannot compare APNU ASC 2020 results to 2018 because AFC did not run in 2023. But we can compare PPP 2018 vote to this year. First and foremost, so I do agree with that caller. Let me take this opportunity to remind the listeners that on the campaign trail, you cannot trust Jagdeo, not only on the campaign trail, but even on his press conference. Because it's the same man when Isabella Young asked him, you know Sue? Oh, no, Sue, what the relationship with you and Sue? Oh, nothing. Nothing. And next, afterward, he come and said the man is a tenant. Is which one? Is either the man is no relationship with you, the man, or is a landlord and tenant relationship? Make up your mind, Jagdeo. It's the same Jagdeo who told us that he was married to Vashni.
Oh, yes.
And then we find out it wasn't so. It's the same Jagdeo who tell us, what you are doing in Skeldon. Up to now, not even a profit per a pound of sugar. It's the same Jagdeo in 2020 who said that he going to reopen the estates. When they see Mustafa, please ask Mustafa when the estate going to reopen. Mr. Duncan, me and you know it was just a political lie as usual because that's how they do on his press conference and try to paint a narrative. But I am glad that more he come on the press conference. I happy when he keep coming on the press conference because more and more Guyanese are starting to see through him like a car glass. For those Guyanese that think that Mia Motley is Guyanese friend, I want you all check and see where Jagdeo take this speech out of to keep snap election on the 18th of December 2023. Guyanese, look after your own interests. Me and Matley looking after our own interests. We have to look after our own interests.
All right, I hear you there. We hear you there, my brother. Thank you so much for that double dip. Thank you so much. All right, trying to get a way forward here. And the other Marlin, Yolanda.
Sharad, good afternoon. You girl here. Yes, you did speak to my daughter yesterday afternoon. She told me, and I'm happy that you met her. Anyway, my big concern is LGE. That is my concern. What is Claret Singh and Vishnu doing with the results up to now? Everybody knows the results. Only they cannot put out the official gazette for people to know what is going on. And that Barajaglio jumping around. Why Claret Singh or Vishnu hasn't even come out and make a press conference? Where is our opposition people in GCOM? Where is Mr. Alexander? Please get Mr. Alexander. Let him say something. Let me know what is going on. And I think by now we should have had boots on the ground, picketing all the GCOM offices that we got in this country. All of them. People should have been on the ground, picketing them. Because Barra Jagdio, the PPP, and GCOM eyes passed the Guyanese people. This is a total disrespect and disregard for the Constitution. They've been violating the Constitution time and time again. And I'm waiting to see something done. So, Sherrod, I had to cut off just now because the ambulance passed making a certain noise. Anyways, people need to get on the ground. Guyanese need to get on the ground. GCOM past the limit now. We gotta do something. Something has to be done. I am out here and I'm getting so angry. And we people need to stop fighting between one another. They need to stop this fighting in house. Sort out the issues and come together and unite. Because united we stand, divided we fall. They need to come together and stop pulling down one another. For 1 year and a couple of months, it's not 2 years since Mr. Norton is there, and he has done damn good enough for as I am concerned. He did well that he can still hold the strongholds together. And that is what people should be thankful of. And I'm so grateful and thankful for the young people for what they are doing. So, your work that you are doing, I am so grateful for it. I just be looking forward to it. When you see you don't come on, I just be so disappointed. Anyway, you keep doing what you're doing, keep exposing them. And as the Nigel Daramnal Dildo Minister, in name calling, we're going to discuss that another forum. Bye-bye.
Name Stinker
The other thing, Sherrod, this man eyes past people so much. He think that we are slaves, that you can just come and buy out people. Linden, Georgetown, New Amsterdam. You think you could just buy people out? We are for sale? No, we're not for sale. And then you already had your plan that once you get these three major towns, you already had a planned date, the 18th of December 2022, to call a snap election. Don't you see that these people does not mean to change the bloated list? Well, we ain't going to know 2025 election neither with a bloated list. They gotta come right and do the right thing. Do the house registration. Let me get it biometrics and go to the polls. Otherwise, there will be no election. These people are wicked. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed.
Hey, good afternoon again, Sherrod.
William, go ahead.
How do we deal with this issue with the minister when the PPP government is in power? All of these cases die a natural death in the DPP's office.
Yep. That's a fantastic question, William. Folks, we're wrapping up. Go right ahead.
series about
We don't seem to have anything there.
Hey, good afternoon, Sharon.
Greetings.
I just want to know what happened with Brian Max. He was protesting in 2020 for democracy. I just want to know where is Brian Max? Where he gone hiding? Where is Mouth now? Like, you don't want democracy anymore. So we just calling out on Brian Max to come out, go to GCOM and protest like we was doing in 2020. And we still awaiting the results from GCOM, the official results. Thank you, Shara. Do have a great day, man.
You too, my brother. Have a great day as well. The official results, we want to know what happened.
Sherrod, good afternoon, sir.
Greetings.
I would like to know if GCOM have came out officially with the results on local government election and declare who have won which constituency. Why am I asking this, Sharad? If GCOM does not come out with the results, the PPP and GCOM could come out with some kind of hookup. You understand me? So I really believe truly, as the caller said a while ago, I really believe truly that we need to get information, my brother, because I don't trust Claudette Singh. I don't trust that guy Vishnu. And most of all, I don't trust Jack Dio, period, my brother. We have to be very careful because we can be clear. We know we won. But then Jack Dio could say, look, this is this, and them could say, listen, this is the official what GCOM give me. This is what GCOM say. So we can't take things for granted and play we running and saying, we know we win. We know, there's no doubt. But listen, my brother, we have to be careful because they could present this kind of thing, this results when they're coming out with to the international community and say, listen, this is what GCOM give us and we going by what GCOM say. We need to be very careful, my brother. We can't take things for granted. That's all, my people. Thank you very much, blood.
All right, thank you as well. Thank you as well.
Afternoon, Cheryl. This is total disrespect with your deal right now. With night calling and all we supporters tomorrow 9 o'clock. Boots on the ground. Politicians follow up. The people of Guyana boots on the ground tomorrow 9 o'clock in front of GCOM because like nobody want to make the first start. Well, I make the first call. Y'all disrespectful. And for the MPs, them y'all need to give Norton more support. Give him support and stop talking out y'all business and y'all strategy on social media. Boots on the ground, just like that. Jagyo gotta go. Planet Singh gotta go.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sherry Duncan. My take today, right, is that a clean voters list, it have to be taken into note and it must happen. And Jack Dio know that he cannot win the election fairly, so he have to rig. So since he was in he take office, he used to rig the election since then. And then use a scenario saying that a particular race is more than the other race. But that was his thing growing up, knowing myself. Growing up, in family members used to say that it doesn't make sense to go to the polls because X amount is more than certain amount. I'm just speaking in code. I don't want to be one-sided, but that is my take. A clean voters list and the coalition will be back in power. Definitely.
All right, folks, we got 2 more to take. We can't take any more. We want to wrap up now. It's 1:40, 20 minutes to 2 at our end. And I'm in the mining town of Linden. The penultimate contribution, our girl Candy from on the other side of the country from Cribbin Skeldon.
Hello, Sherrod. Good day. How are you?
Hello.
Okay, my contribution today is what's up with the results of the election? Why aren't we getting our results? Why is Claudette not swinging out of there with the results?
Nothing.
And what's wrong with this alien bald head Balrat Jack drug deal? Is he out of his goddamn mind? He's purposely delaying this thing so that we won't get this result. And he's trying some trick up his sleeve, Sharon. What's the take on that? How come the PPP can do what they feel and what they want to do with people in the area
With the
anytime
Guardians.
when they feel like, how they feel like, who they feel like? It is wrong. And I want to know, Sharon, whose grandmother or grandfather died and left Guyana in a will for the PPP? I didn't know that they own Guyana. So we need to step up on this issue. The PPP got to go. Claudette have to swing as well and go out. And what's this thing about democracy? According to Hammy, there's no democracy in Guyana anymore. It's a set of demons going crazy. Sharon, I'm sick and tired of these PPP cabal. They're just wicked, stink and dirty, and we need to kick them out of office as soon as possible. That's what we need to do. Anyway, Sharon, have a good day. And another issue I have to talk about. What's up with the market in Skeldon? We're having a big issue here in the market, Skeldon market. The cleaners are on strike. They're not cleaning the markets. And the people that are outside cleaning the drain have to go clean the market, and they're being threatened all as well. If they don't clean the market, they will be fired. That's not right. If the original cleaners for the market is on strike, why the other people that cleans the drain out of the market in the town council area has to face the heat for the cleaners in the market? They need to step up and get themselves act together, Sharon. There's a big issue in the market, this kind of market here today. All right, then. Take care.
All right, Skeleton Market, pick up the pace. Our final contributor for today, folks. The final contributor.
Brother Sherrod, permit me to make a double DP.
Double
I hear
dip, Richard.
I like my sister Rhonda.
Ricardo.
She passionately talk about people and accusing brother Ari Norton, saying that he don't be out there and all kind of thing. Is a thing with this leadership role that we really got to understand and we really got to accept. Now look at this here, brother Sherrod. This local government election, this just concluded local government election. What you go on, when the PPP being out and they coming out with them propaganda and them lies and they energizing people to come under the camp, the doling out money and all kind of thing. It start putting a little pressure on the APNU side. It was putting a pressure there. This is why you see people could share the views and saying that they don't feel that the coalition would win and all them kind of thing. It's because of the PPP being going on. But look where the energy kick up from. And we got to be real with this. Look where the energy kick up from. All where the energy kick up from, our leader wasn't involved in it. Yes, he played part, but it's not because of the leader that caused we. You know why I'm saying though? Because people got a tendency of saying that not everything is on the leader. The people who got to get up and support and that kind of thing. But let me tell you, if you ain't getting the strength to do that, you're not gonna move. You're not gonna move unless show you with strength of leadership. Just move people. First thing in the local government elections for the coalition, the strength of leadership, the social media outlets. Who is the social media outlets? The skillful works of brother Mark Benchchap, the skillful works of Brother Kadaki Amsterdam, the skillful works of Dr. David Hines, and most upfront, the skillful works of yours truly, Brother Sherrod Duncan. It was y'all that helped to galvanize. And then on the ground now, naturally on the ground, the thing start from brother Sharma Solomon, and then join in by Simona Brooms joining, and then Georgetown pick up the fire rage, and then New Amsterdam pick up the fire rage because we didn't have enough resource for galvanize, So this leadership role is as important, is a very serious thing, and people got to understand that. When it comes to Brother Aubrey Knight, no hate under it, but you got to come to the realization that this the quality, this zest of being a leader, you got to you got to reach your people, you got to pull them, This is the duty of a leader. This is the duty. If you see that them are coming, look Barry Jack Deal. It's only because he wicked and them thing, but you see how he just go on, he just handle his situation. It's just because he's handed on a wicked and a more nasty way. We looking out for we leaders them for carry for lead we in them way. But I just trying to show you the role of a leader. When you check, when you see, after Shama Salomon start galvanizing and didn't easy, if you check like nomination day, what it going on is a small little group, but 12 person, they're wrong a whole big crew. You understand? Shama could have fallen. We do. He go in and he strategize. And he start moving around. He mobilize a couple people and start moving around to the people and help to convince them that this is it. That people, the results of the people didn't even expect the licking to be so severe. They expect them to win, seeing that is a stronghold of the coalition, but they didn't expect such a severe licking. And those we call leadership.
Yeah.
That is what they call leadership, and that is what we want to see from our brother Aubrey Norton. If he alone going out there and nobody am going, is he placed to make the go there because you is the leader. It is not a fly by night challenge. It is a very serious and an important position to hold. It's a very, you got to prove yourself. You check all around the world when you hear about leaders. Some of them get killed. I mean, we don't want we brother to get killed. You understand? But it is so serious. It is so serious. And in this time here, Brother Sharon, in this time here, it is very, very serious because we coming against a easy regime. It is very serious and too much a thing passing easy under the leadership of our leader. Too much a thing passing freely make Jack do them could go in and them struggling sort of going on with up to now. It's so easy them are working with this election, doing the gerrymandering, doing all kind of nonsense with the results. It's because they know that we ain't got no proper leadership and so strong. All right, good. You got tech note, brother.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Another thing, Mr. Sher Duncan, one Guyana and all the cleaning up job, especially particularly in IFLOT. All right, I see my friend them are out of job. They normally depend on the cleaning up, but we see it was just something to draw supporters, which you do have.
Hey, Sharon, sorry for double dipping.
Israel.
I want to know what's
Dip
up with
candy,
Air
dip.
Flap Ali. Did he flat out and flip out of the place? I don't hear anything from Air Flap Ali. Is he still the president of Guyana? And why is he silent and he's in hiding? Is he in exile or is he hibernating? Where is the president of Guyana? Sharon, I don't understand where this man is. Did he flap and flap out? Or did he get aired out? Or Jagdev throw him in a dungeon? I don't know. Who's the president? Where is the president of our country? Where is Air Flap Ali? Or Air Flat Ali, should I say? That's what I want to know.
You flap out, folks. That's the final one. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks to all our contributors today. Oh, open mic, folks. Open mic. Thanks to all our contributors coming through. I think we got through all of them. Or did we?
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, boy.
Man,
when Mr. Norton, they like come out and say something, you get these young people getting out of patient, all kind of thing. They're saying the fourth to the fourth, and they mean nobody for represent the fourth. We need something. Let me go in front of, can we take the street body? Jack Dio, you see Jack this what? He's a hard nut, he don't give up for nothing. And we need we leader to be more thing, man.
All right, that's the final one. That's the final one, folks. Come on, don't push it now. We hear you, my sister. We hear you. Sherry Green was here. Hazard Tally. We see Onika Clay and Nicole Ross, Donna Joseph, Lester Williams, Naomi Druck across the pond, and Swan is here. And Swan, and how are you doing? Great to see you. And Ali gone to the moon and says Sherry Green is here as well. Vesta Hari Rajkumar and all the other folks joining us. That's going to do it for us today, folks. Stay safe out there. Riri Mingo Garaway, we see you as well. We see you, George Mars. We see you, Donna Joseph, Linda Campbell, Ian Williams, Edward Brooms, Sister Mercy. We see you as well, and Pearl Brown. We see you too. Jacqueline Hola, folks. Have a fantastic rest of the day. See you in our next broadcast. Thanks to all our contributors again for making it such a special program. Folks, weather-wise, they're telling us it's 28 degrees. Again, in Linden, we all boy stakeout. We're going to be part of that meeting this afternoon with Sharma Solomon and crew, and we're going to see you guys in the night broadcast. 28 degrees outside, a 40% chance of rain where I am in region 10. They tell us it's 28 degrees outside, but it feels like 33. 19% chance it's going to rain. Just want to revise that. Thanks for joining us, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. Stay safe. Stay safe.